Lucky boy. Check you out. Come on, let's move. Come on. Howdy folks. Today I'm gonna do a little video on my fire kit. What's in there and maybe how to use some of it. So stay tuned. Right. Before I get into what's in my fire kit, I just wanted to say my apologies for not putting any videos out. It feels like it's been forever. I think it hasn't quite been 2 weeks yet, but I've been real busy. I think I've said in the past video that I do work for stay at a hiker hostel. Simple life. Basically, I work there to live there, and then I get by building knives, carving axe handles, making things, doing leather work. That gets me by, helps me survive. But got new ownership there, and the gentleman and myself have been cleaning the place up. It was new owner, fresh start, and we're doing a lot over there, and I've just been super busy. We've got a few days before we open back up, and in the meantime, like when I have any free time, I've been working on a video. I've been building a long hunter rat tail tang bowie knife, elk antler handle, and so I've been filming that, and I'm going to work on it a little today after I do this one, but hopefully in the next week or so that thing will be done and I can edit it and get that video up. But I'm around still. I don't know, maybe it doesn't feel that long to any of you, but to me it feels like it's been forever since I did a video. But let's get going on what I have in my little fire kit here. All right. So obviously I could make char cloth in this tin that I have everything in. I just haven't yet. I haven't needed to, and that's that. But I got this cool little tin. It was at like a secondhand store or thrift store. You can find stuff like this anywhere. But this is like a nice size for me, I feel like. I've had different fire kits, and I like this. It's big enough I can put enough stuff in there to get me by for a long time if I needed to. More long term even. So we'll start off. I've got some little pieces of fat wood in here. I have a magnification lens. I believe this one is 7 times magnification. To get solar ignition, you need to have at least a 5 times magnification lens, and you can get something going with that. It's got to be sunny though, so this shouldn't be all you have out there. But if you're trying to conserve your other stuff, I'd say it's a good thing to have. If you have a compass, you can get a compass that has a magnification lens on it as well. And then you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that. I just have that in there. This is a little bit of jute twine. can spread that out, highly flammable. Mix that in with the bird's nest to kind of extend the flame just a tiny bit more. I have a Bic lighter. This is unused, still full. So I always have a Bic lighter in my fire kit. And this here is just a tiny ferro rod that I had made with some deer antler, and I'd kind of messed this one up and split the antler just a tad, but I mean it suffice. It works. So ferro rod. Got a bunch of tiny little pieces of charred material pulled out of one of my fires once. And these are, that's cotton there, and I rubbed a bunch of Vaseline through it. This is a very good way to start a fire. We have in here also, I have some extremely dried out poplar bark, and that's in there to help me make a bird's nest if I need to. I don't ever use this. I'll leave that in there for an emergency. But I feel that it's good to have some dry tinder like that. Here's another little chunk of fat wood. Got a tiny little bit of some duct tape here. And that is a fire extender as well. You could kind of integrate this into a bird's nest to help that flame get going for just a little longer if you got some wet wood, windy conditions, and you're trying to get a fire going. You know, not all conditions are sunny and dry, and you should practice in all conditions. At least I try to. I'm not saying you should do anything you don't want to. You know, you all do what you want. Everybody has their own methods. These are just my methods that I've practiced and learned how to use and got comfortable with doing. Here's a little more cotton in there and a match striker. At the moment, I don't have any matches in here, but I guess if I have some in my pack or something, you know, good to have that spare striker. So this little tin right here, this little container, I actually have a bunch of magnesium shavings. So you could sprinkle that into your bird's nest, and that'll definitely help get some wet wood going as well, get a fire going. I just hang on to these from when I'm cleaning up my ferro rods. I have a video on that, on taking out the little speed bumps or whatever you want to call them. And last but not least, this little tin here is like a mini extra fire kit, complimentary, and in here I got some neat stuff. I could do a video on this by itself at some point, maybe I will. But got a nice piece of sharp chert here, and I've got a little mini fire steel striker, old 2-finger. See if I can get you. And so with the steel and the chert here, I have some ways to ignite. I have a couple little tiny bundles of some jute twine. One little bundle here. And some chaga, getting the fire going. nice and dry. Break this down into a little dust and hit that striker on it. You can get yourself a coal going. Knock her in a bird's nest. Stick goes back in there. I don't want to lose it. Up in here, I got a little bit of char cloth. Couple little pads for using my fire steel. Maybe what we'll do today is we'll use the fire steel to get the fire going. So I'm going to take out one of these pads, save the rest. Got another 2 or 3 there. So I'm going to have to prep this real quick. I'm going to have to get a bird's nest going. Let's get this stuff back in here. There. When you're prepping your poplar bark, you want to get all that outer bark off there. And like I like to just sit here and kind of rub it around however long you need to get all that outer bark off it. And then you can start working it into a nest shape, kind of weaving it in itself. Get her nice and fuzzy. Increase the surface area as much as you can. If you're trying to save your lighter fluid, probably only take 1 or 2 seconds of a flame off a lighter to ignite this. That'd be the easiest way to go. You could probably strike a ferro rod into this a few times and get it going that way as well. The more you prepare, the easier it'd be to get the fire going. I always try and prepare as if I only have 1 match, if that makes any sense. Good stuff right there. I always like to try and kind of weave it in itself. All right. I'm gonna go get a little tall grass from by the river real quick, just to integrate a little more into this bird's nest. Get this up here for y'all to see. That down in my bird's nest. Take your time. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave any questions or comments down below. If you think I need to add anything to my little fire kit, leave a comment down below. And I'll catch you on the next one. He's a lucky dog.